Simmers, welcome back to my channel. No more Sims 4, let's play Generation Challenge in The Sims Medieval. Welcome back to the Dark Age, this is Gimme Latte. So in the last episode, we built our new smithy in our kingdom, and we have our new blacksmith, his name is Ardley. But when we try to select in the quest book and to choose a quest suit for our new blacksmith, turned out there's none. So we have to choose another quest called Ominous Ties, which came from the expansion from nobles and pirates. So we have to finish this quest to increase the kingdom aspect of security and culture first to just, blend in and have something. And I believe after this quest, we can continue to select a quest for our blacksmith and we can continue to gain experience for him. But anyway, there's a very strange thing and interesting happening here. Before we start this quest, Ominous Ties, our knowledge used to be high. But now, it turns out to be neutral. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe because our quest is really increasing security and knowledge, and somehow it's got tweaked or something. But it's not that important. Let's just start this quest and see what we can do for our kingdom today. So yeah, as you can see, Ominous Tide, this quest, we got our monarch as our controllable champion. Our monarch was left just after we finished our first quest, the first step, so it's been a quite while ago. I don't remember how many game days have already been passed, but even already got our reception hall. So it's a lot, and she's still stay back in the level 4. I'm not going to push very hard on her experience in that level in this quest. I try to make this quest as fast as possible, but we still can gain some experience for her. Maybe we can increase her into level 6. Let's see. I'm not forcing that, though. But indeed, if we could earn some money for her, we can definitely make this room looks more like a throne room and make her bedroom looks more like a throne royal blood bedroom. But yeah, let's start. She's really neutral right now. She got no buff at all. But our first quest is really need us to investigate the wreckage at the beach. And because it's 7:49, we literally have no task for today. But there's only one thing I need to check very first. We'd better to propose an edict right now. It's only because if you don't control the royalty of those annexed land, if you don't contribute the royalty to this land, they will drop in. They were like friendship, they will drop in. So it's better to frequently monitor them and to contribute loyalty to them. So yeah, we got both edict here, so we can choose either craft a hole or to support tragedy. I will choose this one. It's only because this one has no downside at all. Okay, as I said, after we propose the edict, it's always need to view all of the other proposed edicts. So we got 1 to support village, 2 support village, and this 1 support craft hole. And we also need to monitor edict support. So to see who's supporting that. So in that case, if we don't bribe Tradany or Build Master or probably the Royal Prime Minister, I never seen him betray his village anytime. But we still need to try, or we definitely going to be failed. And I don't want to be failed because there's debuff. Anyway, we need to view that proposed edict again. We need to amend benefit for Tradany. And we amend benefit for Builder's Guild. And we need benefits for village. Let's see if that could work. I mean, yeah, because our royal prime minister, he's actually represents the village. So I don't think he's going to betray on his village anyway, but it's worth trying. And that's all the political power we have right now, so we'd better try all of the things. Okay, so we just need to monitor the support again. See, so now we really gain support of both Tredeny and Buildmaster. They are certainly going to vote for our edict. And even though Craft Hall is really saying, you know what, I haven't decided yet, but our edict is really prefer Craft Hall here. So I think he's going to vote for his land's benefit eventually. So yeah, I think we can handle this. So we don't need to really monitoring this again any longer. So we don't need to feed her. She's really in good shape in hangar. I guess there's just one more new thing I would love to try here is about this cask. Yeah, you can see if once we brew, we have to spend 50 simoleon. But yeah, we can choose either ale, bloody, mossberry, or wine. This time I'm going to try bloody mossberry. It's only because we already have 6 blood moss in our inventory. Yeah, that's a secret ingredient, I guess. Once after we finished filling the quest, we immediately got drinks left 12 count. It means it could be serving for 12 people. But we can immediately get drink. All we need to be careful is that our servant is going to drink from this cask together with us. But in my experience, that we can usually gain enough drinks from this cask during the whole quest. So yeah, they won't drink that fast. So I would say like once invested for 50 simoleon is always worthy. Because you can see we get this buzzed modelet, which is adding 10 focus for 3 hours. And if you got like a good wine or ale, you got another 20 plus focus for 1 hour, which is totally worthy for that. And once you brew, it's serving through the whole quest. Okay, so it's 9:38. We can go to the port because we really have not other thing to do, and I really want to push this quest fast. And I believe in tomorrow. Oh, by the way, in the tomorrow we got lots of things to do to gain experience. But yeah, that's how looks like in the reception hall. Is really poorly, I have to say, as a reception hall. It's poorly. It's basically tell every political leader say, hey, we are poor. So certainly we are going to need to change this soon or later, but probably not now because she only had 1,232 simoleon left. But yeah, let's see if we could get more money to renovate a little bit this, or maybe we should focus in the main castle right now because this really for all the hosting foreign leader as leader in Tridony and from Craft Hall. And since we are not going to do like this empire expanding quest in this series of quests, it's probably going to be next generation thing. So I think it's fine for Tredeny and Craft Hall leader to stay in here in this humble status. I mean, their happiness is not my happiness, right? But yeah, there's just one more thing I need to bring up. We got a new NPC here. Her name is Harlequin Mariana. Harlequin. Of course, every court has a Harlequin. But yeah, I love the name Mariana. Yeah, and we got a free cast. I mean, literally, I could let our monarch come to here to get a drink, but in this room, the drink's just gone super fast. Like, because the leader from Craft Hall and Trinity will keep drinking it. Seriously. It's probably going to be empty in the next game day. It's not worthy to do that somehow. But yes, let's go to the port first. I mean, this looks so beautiful. The blue sea, birds flying by. Ellen is floating on the blue sea, and the star is just gently, gradually, eventually sinking to the horizon line. And the sky is turning purple. Yeah. Okay, so now is our voting time. We choose our edict. And see, that's how it's working. We finally got our first edict passed. It's only because we bribed everyone. I know, this sounds so wrong. But apparently that's how politics work in everywhere. Okay, let's check what's going on here. So, yeah, the Sims Medieval is like that. In some of the quests, they will arrange random decoration in some area as, scenery. But anyway, so our monarch arrived on the beach. She said, looks like they saw the wreckage and there's that poor wretch of a sailor. Still passed out, I see. Sir Lance, the Royal Prime Minister, where are you? Give me a status report. So our Prime Minister is right here, he said. Right away, Your Majesty. The guards have searched through the wreckage and can provide further details if you wish to hear them. The sailor is alive, but hasn't yet come to. What do you wish of me? Okay. We can talk with our Prime Minister to give him order. Like, we can choose either to revive the sailor now, we need information now, or we return to the castle and summon our Scots. I guess there's no really serious difference between what we do here to either revive the sailor or get the information or to summon our Scot. I feel like if to get the information first is more in the logic, because you don't want to send your Scot out like with your eyes blinded, right? Yeah, so she's basically talking through to like, hey, Nance, could you just make him wake up? So yeah, he said, yes, my lady. I shall see what can be done to awaken our half-drunk guest. I tried my best. I don't know how to do like an old man voice. I'm not studying this, but I tried my best. Okay. So I guess next we just waiting here till he woke up. Okay, there's another same magic. Like or passed out person just immediately woke up with no help of other. Okay, so our prime minister said, ladies and gentlemen, come quickly. The sailor is waking. There, where am I? Am I dead? Sorry, I'm no good at this, but that's one of the fun of playing the Sims, right? Okay, so I guess, okay, we just need to question him about the shipwreck. Okay, he said, I'm alive. Praise be to the Watcher. Watcher is us, actually. Yeah, praise to us. I didn't get a good look at our attackers. They hit us in the middle of the night. Before I knew what was happening, I was thrown into the cold black waves and our ship was burning. We had a crew of 30. You must sail to look for survivors, I beg you. Oh, my poor thing. But yeah, that's. I guess we'll need to get into our royal shape right now. But it's already been 11. I guess I'll push that over to tomorrow, I think. We will need to go back to the castle and take a nap and make sure our morning trains working normally. But yeah, you can see I'm trying to search. Where is our doctor? Oh, here is he. Because I try to see like if we could really get stuff from him. Like we could either choose medicine to get first aid, which is a treatment for us too, and we can purchase crafts, of course, from him too. I just going to pay a visit for our doctor to see what we can buy from him right now. But when our Lady Xelluno came to the clinic, she thought, what a horrible situation. I wonder if the guards have gained any insight from the examining the wreckage. I had better set off soon if there is to be any hope of finding survivors. Yeah, I know. I'm still doing like tomorrow. Sorry. I mean, literally, this is medieval time. Like, if somebody falling into the water in the middle of the ocean, I don't think they could survive. Like, they are not like in modern like thing, right? But anyway, you can see we could purchase all those stuff from our doctor, even though like I have to say this price is insane. Weak health salve is 48 simoleon. Oh my gosh. We already know how our doctor crafted them. Like it's really for him, it's nothing. I feel Monarch is, the least earning money person from the whole career. But anyway, so we are going back to our throne room now. I mean, it's in the deep midnight now. This water body just making so well. Okay, so we are arrived right now. We are still in the good mood, but she really need to go to bed. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow we can do more things. Oh, I hate this. Why this keep coming up? Different from our doctor, our monarch is definitely going to the good part. And we get, wait, what? What just happened? Okay, so oddly enough, rather than focus on a single cell, multiple additional themes intruded into your dream. One would think a dream featuring woohoo parrots, cute scribes. That sounds a good dream. Highwayman and chocolate would be fun, but in practice it just got confusing. Perhaps you shouldn't have eaten that extra serving of gruel yesterday. But yeah, this is not good. We got -5 focus all time for 1 day. I mean, even though -5 is not too much, but it's quite annoying if we can't like fulfill 100%, we cannot get increased the speed of this performance. Okay, anyway, it's morning. We'd better do our morning drink, like really take a bath, wash our hand, use potty, and gussy up. Yeah, I've already get used to this. Okay, she's hungry. We probably need some food here, but what's this? Oh, spoiled soup. Okay, we need our. I don't understand why our servant is not cleaning up of her. Noticed we only had one drink, but now there's only 10 left. It's only because I guess our build master keep getting it. Let's make food. Yeah, see? He's stealing our wine. I cannot complain too much because that's a natural thing. That's a natural thing happening here because I need to make this room open so our servant can get inside, like, do this. Yeah, she's a royal servant, but still a servant. Usually they have like different people in the royal servant team to do called household to do different work, but yeah, it's in the same. What do you expect? Yeah, eat while servant cleaning the floor. Okay, after the meal, we're probably going to get a drink before our build master drink all of it. Yeah, it's a good tasting thing, right? Okay, now after our meal, we are in really good mood here. So, the next thing is it's 8:37 now. You know what? Yeah, let's just do some practice military strategy properly so we can wait our daily quest to refresh just a little bit time.
Oh, Dagim! Ilpin!
Okay, so now we get our daily responsibility. It's one we pass an edict as yesterday. And now we also need to hear 3 more petitions. Let's just finish them. As yesterday, we proposed the edict. Okay, this time we got 2 different. One is only benefit trading, and another, of course, we will not choose. So we choose this one. And we still like monitor support. So now we can still bribe all of 3. But as you can see yesterday when we bribe our village or prime minister, he really didn't respond. It's only because he's represent for the village. So he only choose the edict which benefits the village. Oh, stop! Stop stealing my wine again! You thief! I wish I could send you to the stock, but yeah, I don't want to destroy relationship here. Um, yeah, okay, this one is for the village and this one is for the builder's guild. I guess that will push us into a rather harder situation because, well, anyway, we can try to bribe Craft Hall, but Craft Hall is really not working well with Stratony. He's probably going to say no. And when the two other edicts really focusing on the two different groups and their leader and representative is just going to defend themselves, which makes them very hard to be bribed. So yeah, this is going to be hard morning, but we need to pass the test. Let's see how the bribe
Then.
working.
Throw. Nosiyag. Teshima.
And we monitor again.
Boom.
Okay, now as I said, it's hard. We don't know if Craft Hole is going to fall on us. If he did, then we win. Or it's going to be very ambiguous if Craft Hole voting for village or build
Okay.
jail. So we'd better to be safe. We'd better to bribe
Then.
Craft Hole again.
Oh. Kothan.
Yeah, I don't like to add text to another land because that's usually caused your royalty decreased. And it's really hard to make those royalty to stay as the way you want. But anyway, that's all we can do right now. Next is really holding the court.
Mm.
2,000 years later.
Is there any petitioners? No? Oh, everybody just looking at this table. But anyway, we vote for Tridony. Okay, because Craft Hall is on our side. So we get all the tickets from Tridony and Craft Hall under our own. So we passed it. Good. I like it. Yeah, we passed the edict is plus 15 focus. It usually have this special buff. It's only because passing an edict is not an easy thing. And you can see we spend a lot of money on this. But no one is doing petitioning. What's going on? I'm such a good ruler.
Logan Ta Bani.
Okay, so she's midwife Audrey.
Duvain Bilgao. Konis Dane Bagal.
Okay, so the petition is merchants report that your primary shipping route has come under attack from a dire whale. We need to find it and destroy it with the holy harpoon. I have no idea what the holy harpoon is, but we certainly need to destroy the whale, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we got massively increased the popularity, even though I think this big whale thing is really like a fraud or something. But still, we are aiming on the popularity, so yeah, 400 million. Can you imagine? Still no more people? Okay, here he come. This one is Maximus the Third. We met him in the clinic. Who's the best Kimbo player ever? Oh my god, I cannot remember the answer. Galamand or Botsweek? I'll choose Galamand. I don't know who. Okay, anyway, I just won 5 gold simoleons. Okay, good. Anyway, we make it, so yeah, yeah, she's like, fine, like, why you use this to bother me, peasant? Is this really necessary? Come to my throne. But yeah, we just need one more. Come, people, and we have other thing to do. We cannot waste time on this all the way. Yeah, I began to realize this table is become annoying now, even though it's very convenient for us to make an edict here. But when someone playing on this table, other people is just going to stand there and watching, and really blocked or petitioners. Oh, what are you doing, peasant? You're blocking the way. Goody, Yolande? Oh, you are also a petitioner, so I forgive you. Or I send you to the start. Okay, she said, I, your humble servant, wish to begin a family. May I have your permission to conceive a child? This is exaggerated, but back then, like in Dark Age, servants indeed need to get allowance from their lord and lady to get a child and get married. But for other commoners, they need allowance from church, which is the marriage. And the marriage license is not just get by free, trust me. It used to be cost a lot and need a lot of devotion into that. So yeah, that's even though it's being exaggerated, but somehow it was really realistic. They need allowance, they need permission to get married, form a family, and having a child. So yeah, I remember some of the blogger used to say don't choose, of course, in this one because it will generate a lot of kids in your kingdom, and the kids usually cause a lot of like slowness and stalking or other stuff. But I ignore it. I think it's fine. I don't mind it. I mean, how it could be worse than Sim 3? I don't think so, right? So yeah, um, yeah, you notice like this one didn't gain you popularity. It's just said, Your Highness is most gracious. If I am lucky enough to have a child of your fine gender, I will surely name it after you twice. Xelluno? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I guess bloggers were right. Like this really decided if there are more children in your kingdom. I just did not bothered by this, but yeah, if you are bothered by this, I guess you just need to choose otherwise. They looks like they are getting married right now, even though they are not related. But yeah, whatever. It does make us finish our daily quest. That's all I need. And he happened to be have something need to ask, and we just happen to listen to him because he's so close to us. Okay, he said, should we choose your will is fail this time? I know our popularity is probably going to drop, but we are somehow at a higher level right now. I think it's okay for us to drop a little bit because we only have 600 simoleon left. Okay, so it's still increased. Interesting. So as I said the first time, this one is probably just a fraud. So yeah, of course, Majesty. It must have been some other undead sea monster that the merchant merely mistook for a dire whale. But yeah, we still has popularity increased. So the public now universally adores her. I cannot believe. But yeah, we made it anyway. And we saved 400 simoleon. I guess I should have spent that 400 at the very first beginning. Ah, I hate this, but Let's get up, and we have more
Gracia.
important tasks waiting
Comerhostu.
for us.
Di-
There's one thing I always let my monarch to do every day when we reach to some sort of fear level and in very high mood. But we'd better to collect our allowance first, which is the only positive side of our entitled treat, I think. The thing we need to do is really to hunt. Even though our success odds is still medium, it's still worth trying because hunts provides a chance of adventures and provide chance of getting meat. And that will save the time from the monarch to fishing because fishing is really time consuming. Okay, see here the event. While searching for game, Lady Xelluno nearly broke her leg as she stepped into a deep hole. I caught you. It looked like a rabbit hole, though really anything could live down there. Should we either reach in or leave it be? Chances were there was a rabbit in there somehow. If we reached in, she might be able to grab one and pull it out, and or we leave it be because there could be something else. I can imagine that, especially there's deadly chinchilla in this game. You know what? I think our queen is probably going to leave it be. She really don't want to make her hand dirty. That's her character. She's hubris and entitled. She will see that ground is so filthy and dirty. What is that hole? I will never put my hand into that. I will only put my hand into fine fabric gloves. So yeah, she will not. So yeah, just leave it away. But we still walked away with 3 chunks of prime venison. I've been tired of venison. We got too much venison all the time. And we get another disgusted by the premises and blinded by the hubris again. She get that all the time. I can't understand. But I guess there's no lunch in this game. And to be honest, people don't take lunch back then. Like lunch is really a new thing for modern industry, and they just want you to consume more product, spending more money. That's why we got 3 meals every day. But yeah. Anyway, so we finished this quest. Should we come back to our main quest now? Yeah, we set sail to search for survivors. I think we can do that right now. Okay, let's go. So yeah, we need to cross over the whole kingdom. When I say kingdom, it's actually just cross over the whole castle zone. Yeah, there should be more kingdom around outside. But you know, it's like this game is really like a half opening world. It's not like the Theme 3 is like really opening world, really big opening world. In the Sim 3 is cannot like you freely traveling like from town to town, right? But it's basically open. This one is really half open. It's got this castle zone, a town, the capital, I would say. But otherwise, it's really no. Okay, so not long after setting sail, Lady Sentinel and her crew came up in a thick fog. Slow and steady ahead. Keep a swift eye for any debris. The fog enveloped the ship, and all eyes were on the water as the cold fog dampened all sense of direction in a muffling blanket of mist. Wreckage sighted off the starboard bow! A gruesome visage emerged from the mist. Shark-bitten bodies clung to the scattering of debris which marked the watery grave of the bright destiny. There are no survivors here, my lady. Let us set sail back to Dukedom of Farqueen. The wind started to pick up and the fog began to clear as they turned to head back to the dock. Suddenly, a cannon shot rang out and a giant splash erupted from the water right next to Xelluno's ship. Enemy ship approaches, full sail ahead. Ready the cannons in case she tries to pursue. After another cannon blast and a near miss, the enemy ship dropped its sail and remained hidden in the fog. Lady Xelluno and the crew returned to Dukedom of Farqueen, wondering who the mysterious ship belonged to. Interesting, huh? I have to say, canon was not exist in the medieval time. I know I'm boring, but it doesn't. It doesn't. There was a shape, but probably not like a fire engaged cannon. And also, this story is quite fun. I'm thinking like because like they shoot two cannons, right? And they nearly miss, but the enemy ship just dropped its sail, right? And remained hidden in the fog. So give me the impression it's like this ship is really not trying to really aiming on us, aiming on the Duchess boat. It's really aiming on some other boats, but then suddenly they realize, okay, that's the boat we better not to really get into fight with. So they stayed back in the mast and hiding their identity and let us go. Something like that, even though there was no cannon. Okay, we are back here. What a thrilling trip. Um, okay, now we need to confirm with our only survivor here to tell him that we found your crew. There were no survivors, or we found no signs of your crew. Perhaps there is still hope. I mean, our queen is not. She's not that sympathy, I would say. Yeah, because she's selfish. She would not care about other people's feeling at all. Okay, the seas have always been dangerous, but this kind of aggression cannot go unchecked. I shall confer with Sir Lance, the Royal Prime Minister, to decide our course of action. But first, what will I tell Felix about his crew? Oh, his name is Felix! That makes lots of sense because Felix in the Latin is means he's the lucky one. So he survived. Yeah, it's same with name Lucas, Lucy, both mean lucky. How did it go? Did you find any of my shipmates? Okay. Yeah, I said our Duchess is really like a selfish person, so she will not show any sympathy. I feared as much. Thank you for your efforts. Okay, that should end this part of the quest. As you may already notice, our servants following us all the time, which is a really neutral thing back in the medieval time. No monarch or ruler, lord, lady of the land would traveling alone anytime. You may argue, like, how about they sneaked out? They maybe I would highly argue that because when they grow up, when they were infant and a child, they've been followed by these crews all the time, every day. Is they probably already get used to it. But yes, they usually have like crew of servants following them. If you see the television show Succession, you will also find that there's also the crew following every heir in this big capitalism family. Yeah, it's the same thing. But yeah, this makes really real. Even though we can only have one servant, but she's still following along. Okay, now we need to go back to our throne and have this thing to be discussed with our Sir Lance, the Royal Prime Minister. But before that, even though we are quite hungry, I would love to pursue the high seas before we get back into our throne room. Our mood is low, but not that bad. Okay, she said, I feel bad for Felix. Okay, if our queen, she's probably not going to feel bad. But there's nothing that can be done to help now. I need to head back to the castle to meet with Sir Lance, the royal prime minister, and tell him what happened out on the water. I mean, we are the leader of the country and we got attacked. It's serious. Yeah, just for some experience. Okay, now we are on the level 5. Congratulations! You already noticed that our name is now Lady Xelluno the Great. We have the Great. Level 5 is always a turning point of any EA's 10 level stuff. We are on the halfway right now, but we are still a lady. We can change our title from lady to other thing by other quest, but I will keep that as secret right now. We can talk that later. But anyway, we are level 5 right now. We can propose Mortal Blow, special combat move in the combat. We can also do Furious Onslaught combat tone. And we have fighting proficiency increased. That's good. Actually, it's not just a little bit increase. It's actually increased a lot, I think. But anyway, we came back with no gaining of events at all. And we are hungry, so we're probably going to head back to our castle now. Okay, we need to tell him about enemy ship.
Abram, Binug,
After we tell him, we definitely going to have our dinner.
Elvone. Flavors. No. Grafmub.
Okay, our prime minister said your ship was fired up. Come to the tactical map and show me where you were attacked. Okay. Yes. So, discuss hostile ship. Should we have the dinner first? Yeah, let's have the dinner first. Cause I think that quest is going to take a while. We'll make food. You know what? Since we are in the castle now, I will just call for food. Oh, there's no reaction? Maybe because she's already making the food. I cannot wait, so let's just make food this time. Yeah, servant could be occupied sometime. Even though our queen is not, she has no sympathy, but we have, right? What did she have? Oh, girl, poor thing. Okay, because she's sitting there, so we are now have to eat in the garden. We are definitely going to get another chair on that table. I mean, I do wish if we could get season expansion for Sims Medieval. It's going to be so great, but I don't know what he is thinking. There, I don't want to use some word, but okay, let's discuss hostile shape. I mean, this game, Sims Medieval, is really in a good base. Like, much better than the Sims 4, to be honest. It's got such a good base, it just need more touch up. Like, if we could get horses, if we could get, revolution through times, if we could get seasons, it's going to be such a perfect game. I don't know what to say. Okay, Ormlark said, we were not far off the coast, just a bit south of the ship. This position here. They attacked us after we found the wreckage of the other ship.
Lubain Koni. Zav.
Rig Velbin.
Strange, those waters are known to be especially dangerous. They are close to the Trananian trade routes and sometimes attract pirates from Abbeville, but they generally don't involve other kingdoms in their combat. You know, they say pirates here. I feel like it's been heavily influenced by the Caribbean Pirates series of movies. It should be Vikings in the medieval time. Vikings insulted other ships all the time. And they invaded on land too, and there's a huge fight between Anglo-Saxons and the Vikings. But apparently they didn't adapt this real history, but use Paris, this word, which only appeared nearly to the Renaissance. But yeah, I've summoned the Earth gods. Hopefully, they'll be able to shed some light on this situation. I always forgot to mimic his voice. We must be sure that Dukedom of Farqueen is prepared in case things become more dire. Mm. We can hear report on Chandani and hear report on
Oi! Kalaratu.
Abbeville too.
Tarosin Sherza.
Abbeville maybe should
Malish. Baramu?
Abbeville. So Chandani said, Milady. The Tridonian Guild Consortium had an emergency meeting with Admiral Horace Mandrake of the Tridonian Navy to discuss countermeasures against the increased pirate attacks. I haven't seen things this heated in Tridony before. The Admiral is recommending a full-out assault on the pirates. Okay, so that's why I said it's a prelude between the War of Tridony and Abbeville. Excuse me? Okay, let's hear the report from Abbeville. Yeah, so you can see those names is really came from the word like Tridony is came from trade. And Abbeville, I guess, is because parrots used to be like R, right? I mean, EA always get this like humor in there, code humor. Okay, so Scott said, Your Majesty, there's been a sudden increase in Arbivalian, Arbivalian pirate activity. There are rumors that Dread Captain Clarissa Darktide has called a meeting of the tribunal and that the red and black fleets have been doing heavy recruiting. We should proceed with caution. Okay, it's apparently both sides is really preparing for war. Okay. Our lady said this is troubling news. Return to your scouting assignments in Abbeville and Tridony. Continue to gather information and send word back to Dukedom of Farqueen. I'll have a word with Lieutenant Gill about our kingdom's security. If war is coming, we need to be prepared. Yes, Your Majesty. Yes, Your Majesty. Okay, anyway, so our next quest is really making security arrangement with Lieutenant Gill. Lieutenant Gill is right here. So we just need to discuss this situation with this NPC.
Tarosin Sherza. Malish. Baramu?
Okay, she said, see that our forces are prepared, Lieutenant Gill. We may have avoided battle for now, but there is a war brewing, and I have a bad feeling we haven't seen the last of it. So we finished the quest, right? I think we finished the quest. Yeah, we finished the quest. That's why I said it's 2QP quest is super fast and I have no plan to start it. We made it a quest in one episode. We finished Ominous Ties. So yeah, we gained 1050 simoleon. We barely earn anything for our monarch because we spend a lot. But yeah, we also gain one security point and one intelligence point. And we also made our monarch reach the level 6. So she gets benefits of fighting proficiency increased. So you can see like there's not much in the level 6, right? I guess next main change is going to be level 10. That's always EA's doing. But yeah, anyway, we finished our quest in one episode. Now, even though our security is still neutral and our culture is still neutral, but our well-being is very high, our knowledge is high. This time, we also have 60 resource point now. So we get one more chance to build more buildings in our kingdom. So next, I guess, is going to be market and merchant, which going to spend 40 resource point. You may already notice the price is increasing through as many buildings you are building, more building you are building, building you are building. With more building you have, the price is increasing too. But next time we'll probably need to build a market and have the merchant. But this time I'm going to take a peek in our quest book because I don't want to do any quest like really stalling here. Okay, here's one for the blacksmith. We can do this. Okay, it's about blacksmith apprentice. I have to say, we only got a level 1 blacksmith, so I don't know why he needs an apprentice. But since the quest book said we are going to have one, then we are going to have one. We are going to increase intelligence and security now. So if we win in the platinum, it's going to be 2 intelligence and 1 security. Yeah, we gain intelligence proof from building the market, so we are safe here. We can do this quest. Hallelujah. So yeah, next time we are going to build the merchant and the market together, and we are going to do the quest, the blacksmith apprentice, and we are going to learn how to be a good blacksmith in the Dark Age. That sounds good. So thank you for joining my channel, and if you like my campaigning or thinking I'm doing well, you can leave any comments and like me. Those are all the motivation for me to keep updating. But anyway, I love you. Thank you for watching. See you next time.